To give you an idea of what my focus was, I'll just simply read from the one-page note that I wrote to them, and which forms the introduction and summary of this study. I'll just quickly go through it. The design committee entrusts the responsibility of the development and growth of a city. Town planners, urban designers, environmentalist architects focuses to large extent on physical attributes and numbers: zoning, roads, parks, and public spaces, FAR, and density. No doubt these are critical factors in planning, but they do not take into account the fact that priorities of lay citizen may be very different. The average end user is more concerned with how livable a city is, how well it accommodates their needs, how inclusive it is for them and their family, and crucially, just how safe is the city. You might have all the best numbers, the most efficient services and systems, but if you don't feel safe, then something is terribly lacking. A safe space is not to be confused with security of spaces. Security is a domain of agencies like the police, security anti-terrorist squad, anti-terrorist squads, fire, emergency, etc. There can be no safety without security. Security is one subset of safety, albeit very critical. That's the difference between security and safety. Safety actually concerns is something that everybody has a role in, not specialized agencies. A safe space is where one is at ease, comfortable and unguarded in the surroundings, confident doing as they wish without fear of being harassed, and where all things being equal, nothing untoward should happen to you. For the purposes of working on this, we identified 3 stages and what goes to enabling a safe public space. The first was to understand what makes for a safe space, universally, nationally, and locally. This is a multidisciplinary exercise that will include the participation of police, law and order agencies, sociologists, criminologists, behavioral experts, etc. After identifying the vulnerable spaces of different types, the second stage would be the actualization of the above research. That means the actual solution. You've done this, you've got all the stakeholders involved, and then it's all right, fine, this is the solution. Now, public spaces have 2 functions. They can be classified in 2 broad categories, which is what I've done. The public spaces which you have to use. You have to use a street, a subway, transit stations, parking lots. You don't have a choice. If you're going from point A to point B on the street, by foot, you have to use the street. You have to walk on the street. And the other ones are public spaces which you like to use. For you want to go out in the evening, you want to meet your friends, you go to the park, you go to lakeside or riverside or waterfront or water body, etc. So that's the 2 broad classifications I have of public spaces. Public spaces in India, historically, we have had them. We have had different examples. You have what you have as squares abroad. You have them as chalks, choppers in India. So I'll now fast forward to is when you're talking about safety, what exactly is it that you're seeking safety from or for? And there again, we classify them in 3 broad areas. One is crime. That's the most obvious. You don't want any criminal activity happening to you when you're out in a public space. And that is the biggest fear. That something will happen to you, you'll get assaulted, a girl get molested, child get abducted, and that is the biggest concern. However, the other concerns are also of mobility and movement, which comes into play when you're talking about children or the elderly. It comes into street design, pavement design, how easily you can access without by having minimal conflict points between traffic and pedestrians.